Hey guys, this is Gamer Cow. We are going to play the Embodiment of Scarlet Devil today. Yay, hopefully this is not the only recording thing I'm going to do, but, you know, this is the one I really want to do today, so let's just go for it. Oh, one sec. I don't want to mute it, I want to do that. Yeah, that's not a good start for this whatsoever, is it? I could already see that this is not going to go well, but hey, what can you really do? So, I want to thank Robin, you know, now that I've stopped screwing up, I want to thank Robin for the announcement he did in the Phantasmagoria video, because I really appreciated the extra views and stuff that brought, and it's brought a few subscribers to it as well, so, you know, thank you guys too, because without you guys, I guess nothing would really come of this, so, yeah. Hopefully it's going to be enjoyable enough. I'm nowhere near as good as Robin, and I'm rather error prone, so you'll probably be slapping your forehead quite a bit during the later half of this game, but whatever. I'm going to use Marisa B instead of Marisa A, partly because I don't want direct comparisons to be drawn, simply because I'm not good enough for that, and also because I want to use Marisa A in the extra stage, and that means that I kind of just don't want to use the same shot type for the entire game, that's the thing. So, you know, that's how it's gonna go. Stage 1 is your basic gathering stage, it's nothing special, so let's talk about the shot type I'm using here. Marisa's illusion laser is relatively powerful, it's obviously piercing is the main goal of it, so it's not supposed to be doing as much damage as the magic missile, but it definitely does a lot, you know, especially compared to Reimu's shot types. Although I think actually Reimu's at lower power is better. But Reimu B's, you know, particularly, but whatever. The mid-boss is nothing special, that's an aimed attack, you know, thing, so it's really nothing at all difficult, so don't worry about it whatsoever. There is going to be a large power unit come up in this part somewhere, and you will definitely want to collect that because it's worth 8 small ones, so come on, where are you? No? Well, okay, maybe in this bit? Where is my large power unit? A large power unit always shows up. Where is it? Really? That's... wow. Well, that completely screws up everything I was gonna do. Yeah, that's made me way low on power from what I should be. I killed enough fairies there. Why the hell didn't it turn up? Damn you, game. Seriously. That's the only time in the, like, 30 or so tries that I've done of this with Marisa B now that it hasn't turned up. That's ridiculous. Wow, whatever, this is off to a really bad start now, isn't it? Anyway, we have Rumio over here from the mid-boss thing, that's why I didn't say anything about her before. She is a really unique boss actually, because she has this thing with her non-spells where after the first wave it cycles randomly through about 4 different attacks. And I find that's really, really fun actually, you know, I wish it was done a bit more often, because it keeps things really interesting, and although, you know, you can learn how to deal with each of the individual attacks, even if they're not really anything you have to learn how to deal with, it's a really fun thing, and I wish it was done more often. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. So, Nightbird is an aimed attack, and it's really nothing difficult, so yeah, don't worry about it at all, just make small movements, and with Marisa's firepower you'll get it done in no time anyway. Yeah, see, I'm now really short on power because I don't even have the 64 to get the extra strength on the laser now. This is really annoying. Honest to God, this is just not even fair. Anyway, demarcation is not difficult. It's okay at Lunatic as well. The only problem is it introduces a second set of needles, but really it's nothing difficult no matter what difficulty you play on, so just try and get it like I did there with there's a lot of bullets on the screen, because you get the yellow bonus at the top is basically your points for how many bullets you cancelled and what type of bullets they were. You know, I think the more the screen is filled, or the closer it gets to that 2000 bullet cap, the better. So yeah, I'm actually really high on score even if I am really low on power, which is not bad. Oh well, on to stage 2. Stage 2 is really hard on Lunatic, I find, because there's just so much that goes on. But at this level it's generally okay. You'll want to use a bomb here, because if you don't use a bomb you're not going to get enough of the items, and you really do want to get the items there, because honest to god, you know, you need the power, pretty much. I need the power especially right now, Jesus Christ. So with this bit, and the last bit actually, be careful of the kunai spitting grey things. I don't know what they're supposed to be. They show up an awful lot though, and they're not really that great. But anyway, watch out for them, because they do, you know, spawn bullets after they die, so not overly friendly, but whatever. This is a nameless fairy which the fandom managed to call Dausai, I believe. Something like great or greater fairy in Japanese, but I have no idea, strictly speaking, because I don't talk in Japanese. I almost wish I did sometimes, because some stuff is a lot more entertaining in Japan, but whatever. Just gonna bomb this one instead of collecting stuff, because I really want to get max power, which I now have, because now that I have max power, the point of collector's opened up at the top, so, you know, I can collect all the items at the maximum value, and that's rather important, especially for getting a half-assed score, because if you don't have the point to collect open, you're really going to struggle to collect the items at a good value, because they very quickly depreciate as you go down the screen. So, you know, yeah, just make sure the pink fairies there can't fire, and you're perfectly golden to do that bit. Right, so a little bit about the story, considering we're 2 stages in now. There's a mansion on the island that we're going towards, which happens to be spewing scarlet mist all over the place. And even though it's summer, that's making the place really cold because the sun is being blocked out. You can't block out the sun anyway, that's gonna kill plants and stuff. What's gonna become of the trees if you block the sun out, man? Be a bit more considerate, eh? Anyway, Cherno is completely unrelated to this, but she's making this place even colder because she's an ice fairy. She's also a pain in the ass because she moves around an awful lot, but her attacks are not too difficult, so it doesn't make too much of a difference. Anyway, Marisa is taunting her because she's a bit of an idiot, so yeah, not too much to say about that, but she's lovable anyway. So for this non-spell, I like to misdirect the first 2 waves and then go in between the third one. I used to try and misdirect all 3 of them, but it gets a little bit difficult to do that with the third one, and it's pointless because of how wide the thing is, so that is not where I want it to be, but that is okay. Just get the card done. It's not even a card, but you know, this is a card. Hailstorm is relatively static. That's a fantastic descriptor, by the way, Robin. You know, it's for stuff that doesn't change, but the only thing that isn't static about it is what direction Cherno moves in, but the actual pattern itself is relatively stationary, and it's not difficult even if you're not managing to stay under her. It's fine. This is a very annoying attack for Marisa though. It's a bit easier for Marisa B because Marisa B has better range, but even so, if Cherno doesn't move in a good way for you, then you're really going to find this attack annoying. So everything is aimed at you, however, so it can be streamed quite easily. Then Perfect Freeze! Perfect Freeze doesn't change really between the difficulties, I find. It's such a random card that way. Anyway, just be a little bit careful of the random nature of where the bullets, you know, move to, but it's a very good concept actually, freezing the bullets and then moving in random directions afterwards. I find it's a really fun card. And then there's Diamond Blizzard, which is completely random, but not too dense, not too fast, and Cherno moves in a fairly predictable pattern, so it's generally fairly straightforward. Even on Lunatic, I capture this one pretty much all the time, so no worries there whatsoever. And yeah, short sleeves aren't a good idea when it's so cold. A place that serves tea. Well, you aren't going into a mansion, so you can imagine there's probably going to be somebody that can serve you tea there, to be honest. And hey, we almost got 440,000 points, even though I only get 20% of the bonus. Awesome.